Okay, just showing you now what I'm doing with this brush. I've given my Christmas tree a basic black layer using water-soluble pencil crayon. What I'm doing with this, I've got my flat brush again, is I'm going in to the tree like this at an angle. Okay, so it's not straight because you don't want it to be straight. Okay, and I'm going to turn it around here and do the same like this. You can see what I'm doing now. Like this, making lovely sweeping actions here to fill in my tree. Right? Okay. Now you can see it's actually not thick black, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for that to dry and I'm going to put another layer over it. But the nice thing about this is that actually it's starting to form like layers of leaves, isn't it? You can see, which is quite nice. So I'll let it dry and then I'll come back and I'll see what it looks like, but I'm going to keep some of these details. You see here where it's dripping down? Looks great. Okay, so let's just leave those to dry. Okay, so while the tree is drying, I've got here my my background design. Now what I've done is I'm going to show you what I've done. I've added some white watercolour to emphasise the sun a little bit more, and all I really did was I got a very small brush, okay, and I touched the tip of the watercolour with my brush and I just went round like this to make my spiral. Again, it might take a little bit of practice, but if you do it on a scrap piece of paper, then your hand gradually gets used to the action that you need for the swirl. Right, okay. Now, the other thing I'm doing as well is I'm putting the blue in the background. So I've started doing that. It's very rough because obviously I'm going to add water. So I've got blue around here, blue fading down, so it's thicker around here than it is at the bottom because the tree is going to be here. I'm just going to put a bit of green in as well, taking it and following the same shape as the bottom of the sun, okay, like so. A little bit at the top as well to fill that in. And I get my brush and I just do the same as I did with the sun, and we should get some very interesting effects there. Try not to go over the sun, because not too much at least. It takes away that beautiful intense orange that we've got around the edges. Okay, you have to be neat. So again, just going to leave this to dry for a while and get on with something else. Okay, next thing we're going to be doing while this is drying is the holly. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to draw the holly. It's not easy, so what I suggest you do is find yourself a big scrap of paper and just experiment. I'm going to just try and show you the angle of the pen that you will need to try and get right in order to draw the holly. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up to the camera and I'm going to show you the action that you need. So what I would do is start at the top and draw my arcs. Okay, bottom of the leaf going back up again, like so. The next leaf, again, arching. Doesn't matter if they're pointed at the ends, that's what holly is. Okay, and after I've drawn that, I can just draw in my berries any way I want. Okay, as I said before, I can email people these templates as a Word document that can be printed out, so just email me if you're having any problems with these. Okay, right, now we're going to go back to the Christmas tree. Okay, sorry about that, just finding my Christmas tree. Right, our Christmas tree. Now I'm just going to put a few more details on this, just around the edges. It looks fine as it is, but it's got some patches of white that I don't really want. Okay, when I'm happy with it, what I'm going to do with my silver fine line pen, you can see that here, I'm going to start outlining it so that it's got my snow on it. You can probably just make out on here how I've done that. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. Obviously the snow is going to fall on the top of the branches more than anywhere else. Okay, so it doesn't show up a great deal to start with, but what I'm going to do when I'm satisfied with it is I'm going to actually put white acrylic paint on it as well to really bring it out. Okay, so all I'm doing is just going down. You don't have to be neat again, snow isn't really that neat and the branches aren't really that neat, so okay, it's got quite a pleasant glow on the side. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that again for a little while to just dry and settle a little bit. Just showing you the tree, what I've done to it. I've just outlined it in acrylic paint. Okay, this is from Wilco's. Just outlined it along here. Made sure it isn't really, I haven't really painted straight lines on it because it wouldn't be like that if it was a leafy tree. And then I've actually added some white around these areas just to show, you know, the snow catching on the branches around the tree. Okay, right, so we've got the background, the tree and the holly template. Okay, what I suggest we do now is we start building the card up, and we can add all the embellishments, the 3D paint, the glitter, the stars afterwards when we've got the composition set up as we want it to be. Okay, which will be something like this, won't it? Okay, starting to take shape already, isn't it? Okay, good job guys, we're doing well. Brilliant, brilliant.